Pat, tough one to take today, 2-1 loss to Havant. What did you make of the game?
Yeah, tough one to take because we felt like we deserved something from the game. To be honest, I thought it was a really even game and a draw would have probably been fair. Thought we looked most like a team since we've been here. It's the most we look like a proper team today, with an identity, with a clear strategy for the game. I thought the boys performed really, really well today. I think anyone that was here, a Poole supporter, would probably say the same. We defended really well. They obviously had a few chances, but I didn't feel we were too troubled. We were really organised. We worked hard off the ball. We ran. We chose good times to go and get pressure on the ball. And if we didn't, we recovered and we were compact in our shape. We were a real threat going forward. Yeah, so it's tough to take. We were saying sometimes, if you get fairly beaten and they've been really good and you've not been at it, it's a bit easier to take. But when you feel like you played really well and maybe deserve something from the game, it's a bit more gutting. But I think if we're looking at it from a broader perspective and a process that we're going through, performances are getting better and better. The lads look fitter, they look sharper. So we've got another week of training and we just got to keep going up the levels, and that's all the lads have done since we came in. So hopefully that continues.
As Pat mentioned there, although it was the loss today, it was a really promising performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of good things about us today. Looked very organised, out of possession. We got good pressure on them, and we looked creative as well. I think we had a fair number of chances. Obviously, their keepers pulled out an unbelievable save from Billy's strike too. So yeah, it's disappointing, to be honest. But in so many ways, there are obviously a lot of positives to take. You can see the growth of the group in such a short space of time, that you can come here. They've lost here once all season, and feel like, I think it's hard to say that we were the better side, because I don't think that would be true, but feel like we definitely deserved something from the game. And we were saying beforehand, it's a frustrating one, a little bit like Chertsey. Mazzone was the difference there with two really, really good goals, and Seeger's almost been the difference here. He's had two chances and he's buried them. That's not to say that they didn't have other chances, but I think that was probably the difference again in the game was two big moments from them, and we didn't quite take ours.
Keelan made his first start today and got an assist as well. What did you make of his performance?
Yeah, really positive. We had a good idea of what Keelan would bring, and I think he showed that already today in his first game. I thought he was really lively. His decision making and his technical ability, his quality in the final third was clear to see. He's put a great ball through for Diaz, who's finished it nicely. So I think he's gonna well, he's obviously bedded in well today, and I think he will do in the future. And I thought him and Christos looked quite good together, and hopefully that's going to be a partnership that's going to form over the next couple of months. And yeah, it was just another positive was Keelan's performance, but you could probably go around the majority of the group today and say that they played well individually and collectively. But ultimately, we're here to win games, so we must make sure that we play well, we get at least a point. When we come away at a team like this, we must get at least a point, and probably a few little decisions away from getting that today. But I think we know where we maybe fell short. But again, there's a lot of things that we can take into training this week and next week that we need to continue doing.
And Diaz, you saw on the score sheet today. What do you make of his game?
Yeah, he played well. He's obviously getting towards full fitness now. He's not been able to get through 90 minutes just yet. He'd obviously had a bit of a layoff, so thought today was the best he looked. Thought he scored a really nice goal, but he was a real threat. Drove with the ball well. His movement was good, so it's nice for us to have that option out there. He can obviously play as a 10 as well. And I thought him and Keelan, funnily enough, from opposite sides, actually linked up quite well. I think you saw it for the goal, but we had a real nice threat from both sides of the pitch today. And it's also probably worth giving some credit to T as well. I thought Tyreek was excellent in there. He had a tough job today to do out of possession, and he did that really well. So some real good individual performances all around, and I think another one probably worth mentioning is Christos. They are dangerous down that side. They've got one of the best right backs in the league, Havant, and he's a real threat bombing on. They've got nice movement down that side too, and I thought Christos dealt with that very well. So a lot of good things to take. The immediate kind of feeling is obviously disappointment, and we will continue to feel disappointed because we've lost the game, but there are a serious amount of positives to take, and I think we have to make sure that we use that as fuel moving forward with some of the fixtures we've got coming up.
Yeah, and talking about that, next up is Poole Town at home next Saturday. We were looking to build on today's performance though, weren't we?
Yeah, of course, like we said, there's a lot of positives that we need to take, but it'll be a different game, be a different type of game. They'll probably play a slightly different shape and have a different style, so we need to make sure we can adapt to that. So how do we take everything we did well today, do it again, but understand that we've got different roles in the game. It's another important game for us, as everyone is now in our position. It's so tight in the bottom half, and any point that we can get, we need to make sure we do everything to. But main thing we're happy about today is the work rate, the amount they ran, and they looked a lot fitter, the boys, today, and that's something that we were a little bit concerned about, but I think we're getting there on that side, and you could see that they were able to keep shuffling, keep squeezing, keep pressing, and last 15 minutes we're getting chances, we're getting into their box, and we need to do some work this week, but we'll look forward to next Saturday after good performance, Basingstoke. Good performance, not quite the result we wanted today, but again, we're building and we're getting better.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.